Hello my good students. Welcome back to our Imperial Japanese Navy Let's Play on War on the Sea on this beautiful day in the Pacific here outside Guadalcanal with our Tonne Task Force here, speeding its way down to Guadalcanal and reconning in force. I hope you enjoyed the last couple episodes for you. Really enjoyed making them. Hopefully we'll be able to come back going strong from those constant bloody air raids in the previous video. I'm getting fed up of that bloody carrier who's scouting around in the Pacific, just lurking around, the cowardly shits as he is, not coming out to face us honourably in open battle. Which, you know, it's of course not what we've been doing with our carriers. So yeah, we're going to carry on straight hot off the heels as we always do from the previous episode. We do have quite an interesting situation today to deal with. So let's get to it, shall we? Let's go on to the strategic map. So, having said that, the particular situation we find ourselves in is that we have sighted 4 merchant ships with a light escort over here of 2 light cruisers and 2 destroyers ahead of us towards Guadalcanal, and we are very close to actually winning this invasion on Guadalcanal, successfully defending it. So I really don't want to risk any more troops landing there because we are rather short on troops in Rabaul as well. It looks like we have been resupplied recently, but not a huge amount. We do only have 3,100 troops to spare there, and I do want to keep them perhaps to shore up defences on the Shortland Islands or even re-invade the Russell Islands or the surrounding Malacca and Florida Islands. So what we're going to do is, like we have been for the rest of the series of course, but we're going to have to definitely rely on our air power to take down at least the merchant ships here. The stuff that the destroyers and light cruisers can drop off probably won't impact the invasion too much, but the troops and supplies that the merchant ships can drop off will definitely impact that negatively for us. So we're going to have a look at the Shokaku. The time is 18 minutes past 11 in the morning, so we should have a lot of air time available. We do only have 14 Kates available and 20 Vals. That should be okay to sink a few ships here, so long as we get some decent strikes off. So let's see if we can launch. I do not remember how long ago it has been since we launched, so we can launch something. So I'm going to go for Kates because they're the most reliable to sink ships at the moment. I'm going to launch 12 of those and go straight over here, and they're going to go up like that, I think. We do have both of our submarines on course to intercept as well, but they travel so slowly and they're so far away that what is the distance exactly there? It is 240 to 270-ish kilometres, depending on how I measure it. So that's not great. They're not going to catch up. So, that being said, let's ruddy bloody go, shall we? I'm just going to double check the course of Shokaku. I do believe it's retreating. Yeah, it's going up to meet these and also retreat, but it won't be able to catch up unless these people push down, which is not going to be the case. So let's just keep going. I'm not going to go full speed. We do also sight... What is this here? Okay, just a mild, I suppose, a patrolling force of 3 light cruisers. That's something to keep in mind so we don't get caught short later. We're going to have a look at what direction that's going. That is retreating, so it's not a problem, and our Kates are in range, so we can go into tactical here. And with that, we will start and have a little scout around. Where are they? Right ahead of us on the map. Yep, there we can see them there. Excellent stuff. Not a lot of distance at all. So what we're going to do is, as usual, target the back ships. But I'm going to double check what the escorts are. So it is a Cleveland and a Perth. So the AA shouldn't be huge. We'll be relying mostly on the Cleveland. I do believe the Perth doesn't have amazing AA, but we're going to check that out anyway. So let's go to the Abdicom forces. We go. Why won't it let me change? There we go. Go to Perth and look at its armament first. So secondary guns are dual purpose, but they only have 4 102mm guns. Not a problem. So the AA range covers, of course, does cover the rear, but it shouldn't be huge. And there is a massive weak spot right in the centre, which is it's very strange actually to have that weak spot there. If we look at the Cleveland, that shouldn't be the case. Where are we? We'll go to light cruisers and Cleveland. You see it's not the case with the Brooklyn. Yeah, the Cleveland's absolutely covered. So this gives you an idea about how light the Perth's AA is. But that's not going to be a problem right now. We're not going to sink that. We're going for the more strategic threat in the merchant ships. So let's go to our own orders here. We're going to, of course, go down to striking altitude, and we're going to form a box. You know me, I love it in my box. Life in the box is good. You can't touch me in the box. So we're going to go down, curve round here for the number 7 with this group. Curve up like that, and they're going to go down. This lot will form a box as well. They are going to, I think, go for the number 6. Like that. That's not the 6, that's the 8, you fool. There we go. They need to go down to striking altitude as well. Like that. Before we forget. Won't be the first time we forgot to do that. And this lot can form up in a box as well. Boxes are great. And we're going to go for the number 8 with this group. So they're going to come round like that. Excellent stuff. Let's go. So, not a lot to see here while we're going into formation. So, I'll get back to you once we are in range. Although we are in range of their AA at the moment. So, it is a spicy start. Do love our spice though. So, yeah, we don't need to wait too much. What I'll do is just compress time a little bit. Like that. Because we are the Lord of Time. And they are going to take evasive maneuvers, which does mean that this particular group will have a harder time hitting anything, which means we are more likely to lose Kates over here. But these groups, they're actually turning to give us a flatter broadside. So, once we're in range, we might have to circle round a little bit again. Yeah, let's do that, because we're not going to have a decent altitude for that. We are going to have to drop our heights just a little bit here, which does mean we spend more time in their AA. So let's do that. What are our Kates doing over here? I think they should be fine there. What we're going to do is tell them to move over, of course. Tell them to go up like this and down like that. There we go. There we go. Alrighty, I think they should be able to attack their target now. Are they going to have to turn more? No, they're not. It's brilliant stuff. And we're not losing anything just yet. This is no. Why is it just as I say that? It's from this group, just there, you see? That is horrible stuff. Disgusting stuff. So, not an ideal strike. The American convoy ships, the merchant shipping here, does seem to have rather heavy AA compared to ours, which is the case in most American shipping, but look at all that small arms fire coming off. It's ridiculous stuff. Disgusting, really. So, having said that, we're going to go straight in. Always straight in. How are the hits looking off of here? Probably not going to sink it. Well, I can't even see the torpedo streams. There they are. That's 2 hits. As he goes under the bow here. There we go. Lovely 2 hits. And that's going to slow down just enough to actually not get hit by the 3rd torpedo there. So that will be crippled, but we'll see if it gets sunk. The sea state is rather calm, so floods won't actually spread too easily. We're going to tell this lot to attack from here, I think. And how's this one facing? I think we're going to tell them to attack as well, just so we don't waste any more time and get straight in there. So as I've explained before, the reason why I use boxes is because I do find that the torpedo spread is a little narrower than a Vic formation, and off screen I've had a lot of luck with my strikes, which is why I like to use it. This lot can instantly go high, now they've dropped, and this lot have also dropped, so we're going to do that. But we are going to lose quite a few Kates here by the looks of it. They have grouped up massively. They're right on top of the Cleveland, as you see here. Bloody smart, aren't they? This isn't usually the case. It's alright, just a tad salty, we're fine. And one of our torpedoes sailed straight under the ship there, and only 2 hits over here so far as well. Rather unfortunate, because these are going to go straight past this ship here. If we're lucky, we'll get a couple hits or a hit on the Cleveland here. But it's not looking likely, is it? We'd have to turn in there. This one would have to start reversing to get a hit. It might get one of the midships here. That'd be nice. Go on. Go on. Yeah, there we go. Let's issue a retreat. We lost all but one of our Kates there. That is disgusting. We are definitely going to have to send Shokaku back to Riam. I'm liking the fires on here, and the list is very nice. But like I said, the sea state is calm enough, I think. Let's. Oh, it's on sea state sticks. That's okay. The floods should spread, really. That's quite a high, rough sea state. Just not reflected too much in the choppiness of the water there. But having said that, I don't think we're going to sink anything. Although that's looking very nice as well, isn't it? They're getting on top of the fires there. Tell you what, we will compress time and see how that goes. Otherwise, I think that's a job for our valves to finish off. Okay, so after that, waiting around after that strike, we did not manage to actually sink any of those, but all of the merchant ships are now on heavy damage from flooding. We also did actually manage to hit a destroyer with a stray torpedo at the end there, which I identified later on as a Benham, which is a lovely little target for us, which is on now moderate damage and flooding. So that's something else to keep in mind for the future if we do get a surface engagement with that fleet before it retreats. In the meantime, though, I think we are going to see if we can launch any off of here. We can. So I think what we're going to do is check the endurance of the valves. Not a huge amount there. So I'm going to give that a little bit of time. And then we're going to launch some valves off just to get that grace period in between engagements off. But having said that, these are going to return to base. So we're going to see if we can launch any aircraft off Shokaku now. I do need to wait 0.3 hours. So I'm not going to send these straight back. They are going to hover over. And like that. Once we get the notification that we're allowed to... there we go. That's not great. So we do have some American attack planes in range. We do have 7 Zeros available though. And I think that should be enough actually to save us there. So we're going to go straight in and begin that. Don't generally lose a lot of planes when we do this. So let's turn on first for our air radars to give us some sight. And go of course to our Zeros. Where are they? Okay, so they're off our port beams. And what's that? Of course they're Dauntlesses. Why would there be anything else? But so far we can only see 2 groups. That may very well change very quickly. May of course be 3 groups, but I think we have enough Zeros to sort this out. So we're going to take the time to tell our Zeros to attack individually, because that is how things work on this game. Unfortunately, it is a little micromanaging, but this is a little more controlled over your planes if you look at it that way. Only 2 spotted over here, which is absolutely brilliant. So we're going to send 3 like that. Excellent stuff. Let's go. And so far, that might be it. So we do outnumber them. No? What else has been spotted? Oh, we've got their scout planes spotted. Not a huge bother, since we have already been spotted. They do know where we are. That's how they sent the planes over, of course. Yeah, not a lot to say really. Just going in for the kill, I think. Okay, and after that we did get a 1 pass on a few of their planes. Not enough to stop their strike completely though, but enough to fend them off a bit easier. So we're going to, yeah, we do have attack orders on all of their planes, which is brilliant stuff. I think we should really, oh, what else have we spotted here? Is it just you contact Boeing 333? Okay, that's just another scout plane, not a problem there. We are going to tell our Zeros to increase their speed if possible, just to catch up there. And this one's being brave, going in alone against the lead attack plane here. Go on, my dude. Go on. We might tell him to fire off now, actually. No, not going to let us. Excellent stuff. But they are coming under heavy flak and small arms fire now. We've got to tell this one actually to target the number 3 over here, just because it's bearing that way anyway. Hopefully, no, too late. Excellent stuff. And that one's not even diving, so Easy defense. Easy defense. We'll order a retreat, and the time's going to go down because we have spotted scout aircraft, which we should take the time to take down. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll see you in a second. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so we're going to see if we can launch again from the Shokaku. How many zeros do we have available? Just another 7 on top there, so it's 14 in total we've got available. We're definitely going to have to tell this to rearm over here before we do anything else with it. So go straight over there, but we are going to see if we can launch some stuff. Nope, we can't. We need 2.2 hours left, not a problem. In that case, we're going to launch some vowels off of Guadalcanal and see if we can just get one more merchant ship here. They're going to patrol around like that very quickly, and let's go. Do still spot the other fleet over here retreating. Shokaku is ready to launch, so we're going to get first some more vowels off of here. Launch 12 like that. They're going to go up like this, and I think we're going to tell our zeros to rearm very quickly. So you're going to return to base. And we do, I think, still have some Kates. No, okay, they've rearmed. Brilliant stuff. We didn't give the vowels a course, so let's do that first. Oh, we did. Brilliant stuff. Are we going to spot anything here before this runs out of fuel? Be nice, wouldn't it? Let's go out around here. Come on, guys. I think I have to return to base like that. Let's get these down to Guadalcanal and scouting round in a circle like that. Very worried that this force is going to just make contact on the surface with them, which wouldn't be a problem. We can take them on. Okay, yeah, so this is coming up like that, which means we should come over and down like that, and that should get them before we lose our fuel on this flight. Quite the shame to launch planes and use their fuel without striking anything like that. These zeros are going to go up and perform some cap. We are going to change our Ryujo's task force name to Shokaku Task Force, so bear with me 2 seconds while I do that. And there we go. So once again, I don't think we're going to skip ahead. I do want to show chasing down this horrible fleet that keeps eluding us. There it is. Excellent stuff. We caught that with most of our vowels there, just as they had 33 kilometers left on their fuel. So let's go to tactical. They're waiting around a bit, actually, this fleet, aren't they? I'm not complaining, but there they are, right in front of us. So we're going to wait for that to make contact. That might be just a tad too late, though. Yeah, okay, brilliant stuff. I don't want to come into their AA range just yet. We're going to come straight out like that with all of our planes, because the visibility is quite good actually for them, so they're going to get max AA range. And I think what we're going to do is risk it and get all of our planes to attack different ships again. So we're going to look at what is the most heavily damaged visually, at least. So it looks like the ones that are listing are the number 6, 8 and 7. So we're going to get this flight to attack the number 6 here. So we're going to come round, just change its orders a bit. We're going to come round like that for them. That's just ruined it. I didn't press N before. Press the keys. And this group is going to attack the number 8. They're going to come round like this. Just change their course a tad. We are going to dive rather than level bomb. If anyone knows exactly how to do that in the comments, or if there's been a patch to change it, because there was technically an exploit where you could use your dive bombers as level bombers and they wouldn't get any losses at all if you put them at max altitude. But I've tried that on my playthroughs and it appears they dive automatically anyway, just completely ignoring your orders, which is disgusting again. Their formation, going to make sure they've formed up in a Vic formation, because that is actually best for dive bombers in my experience. So all form up like that. Excellent stuff. And just current, we are in AA range, but it is only mild flak at the moment from the Cleveland and the Perth, although it does look like it's coming off the destroyers as well. It's quite the range for them. I suppose with the destroyers, it's off their main battery guns, which can fire out to a decent range. Just cheating, really. Our destroyers haven't got that range with the AA. Okay, so looking good, looking very good. Just waiting on the approach here. I'll see you in a second. Alrighty then, should we see how we did on that attack? We have sunk the number 6, which is brilliant stuff. That does seem to have taken the most direct bombs there. The number 7 did take quite a few hits, and the 8 took a few hits. So, oh, excellent. The 7 here is sunk. I didn't think that one would go down, actually. It didn't look like it took too many. So, the 8 is what we're waiting for here. It did take quite a few, though. And it is fairly dead in the water. We only lost 1 Vow, which is brilliant stuff. Excellent. I wish our Kates had that luck. Looking very nice here though. So that's 3 or 2 rather. I don't know where I got 3 from. Do have this one which is pretty much untouched. So we're going to have to watch out for that. So there's only 2 ships perhaps we only need to strike next, which won't be a problem at all. He says. This one doesn't look like it's going to flood out though, so we're going to ask for a retreat. And I think we're going to compress time and just see what happens there, I think. Very fast-paced action for you. I do apologise if you do think the time between encounters is a little too quick. If you let me know in the comments what you think about that, I can certainly change it so we can stick around for a bit longer. Or we can move from engagement to engagement as we have been regularly in the future. If that's what you like. But see you in a second. Okay, and with no payload and only 33 kilometers worth of fuel left, we are going to tell this group to return to base, return to Shokaku, and this one's returning to base because it's low on fuel anyway. Having said that then, we're going to carry on with our patrols. I think Shokaku can launch aircraft. How many Kates? We only have 3 Kates available. We do have 8 Vows available though. We can launch those, I think. Yeah, why don't we launch those? It'd be a waste not to, wouldn't it? Go on. We do that. Keep our Kates in reserve and launch these out. So we might have to wait for the engagement grace period to go off, but we will see. No, we don't. Excellent stuff. Brilliant stuff. That might only be for surface engagements then. Might be talking out of my arse with that. Where are we? Just behind them. Excellent stuff. So my goal here is actually to go for this one, which is a moderate damage. We're going to hit that with all of our Vows. So we're going to target the number 5 here, come up like this, and do a lovely, lovely dive bomb. Lovely, lovely dive bomb. Just over there. Brilliant stuff. So, this one is on moderate damage, so the speed isn't great. So it's on, okay, it looks like the whole fleet is stopping, actually. Just to help the AA, which is rather smart of the AI, actually. Usually doesn't bother. Tad salty about that. Only a tad. But it's okay, we can deal with it. These are, of course, Shokaku-launched aircraft, so it does sort of matter if we lose them, but we are, of course, on our way to rearm these Shokaku and get our planes back anyway. In the future, I'm looking at going to be using the Tokyo Express mod, which I did mean to use initially for this playthrough, but I had troubles downloading it. But the point of that is that, among other things, with the Tokyo Express mod, your carriers do have to be released back to the dockyard as if it were damaged to rearm its aircraft, and it would take a day or two, I believe, to rearm your aircraft, which is brilliant stuff. It's just how it should be. It should be just a simple click and forget, really, because it's a massive exploit. A bit like the underwater view when you're not like doing this with your ships is disgustingly exploitative. But it doesn't look like we're going to sink this. Maybe we should have gone for the already damaged ship. That's not a problem. Not a problem. Hopefully that one will get scuttled, but it would have to be on massive damage. I've seen ships in critical condition that don't get scuttled. See, how many bombs did it take actually? Not the most, so I would have liked a few more. We did lose quite a few vowels there. Again, rather a shame. Disgusting stuff. Disappointing, really, isn't it? Maybe we'll be able to get one massive decisive engagement in this episode or in the next couple, because I've been missing those. The days of sinking carriers are long gone, apparently. For now, yes, that's on heavy and heavy. It won't be sunk just yet. So we're going to return to base again. And hopefully these I-17 will be able to actually intercept. We're going to attempt to go straight over to Guadalcanal. And we're going to go full speed. And I'll see you in a second. Welcome, welcome, welcome back, everyone, to the same engagement again. We have, of course, got more flights of Vowels up. We're going to strike, finally, those two merchant ships again. We're going to first come into range with them, like this. And we're going to sort out our targets, of course. So they should probably be, yeah, these back two here, brilliant stuff. They're pretty much dead in the water. I'm going to go 2 strikes on the number 5, I think, and 1 on the number 6. So this first group can go for number 5, like that. Second go for here. And over there, I think. Brilliant stuff. And yeah, not a lot to say, really. Although I do have some news. I am going to be introducing a new game in the form of Warhammer Vermintide, not at the cost of uploading this series. It will be in between this series, because I do know that this is, of course, channel very much based. The success so far has come off of this particular series, and I don't want to take away from it because I do very much enjoy recording it. But a friend of myself have been playing Vermintide, and we do both want to stream and upload it to YouTube. Just because we both have channels, and both of our channels are about having fun on the games we enjoy. So hopefully people will want to see that. But if not, that's not a problem. We're going to be uploading them again in between our usual series and videos. So I thought it'd be nice to just warn you that there will be different content coming out. We have lost a Val already, and that's the one I think going for the back ship here. So that may not sink. Yeah, look at that, little shits. But this is looking doomed. Oh, it's such a sight to see all these dive bombers come in. When they're on your side, of course. And how about the hits over here? Yeah, let's take a few hits, That might be enough. Did lose another Val on the exit there. But not before it dropped its payload. But on thoughts of the future, I am thinking, once I've done this series, of course, to do an American campaign, perhaps with the Tokyo Express mod. Which would be amazing. I'd love to do that, but I am wondering about doing just another Japanese campaign with the Tokyo Express mod, because the US does seem to be the more popular pick on YouTube at the moment. Let me know what you think in the comments. Otherwise, I'm thinking of doing a Battle Stations Pacific Let's Play, perhaps with the remastered mod on that, which the remastered mod would be new content for me. Otherwise, I've played that game to death over the last few years. But having said that, yeah, please let me know what you want to see in the comments. That'd be excellent stuff. It really helps me out there. Because otherwise it's sort of going without an aim. And an aim is very useful. That's enough babbling. We have ships to sink. And it doesn't look like we've sunk these ones. Look at this. Critical damage, but not actually destroyed. We are on course to intercept it with our I-17 there. Looks like they're ignoring Guadalcanal, perhaps going up to Santa Isabel. So what we're going to do is park our I-15 there and patrol down with that, and hopefully we're going to get that. So I'll see you in a second when we do make contact with them again. No, they're going to Guadalcanal, of course they are. We do have our Vowels here. Should we get a launch? And is it worth launching these off the Shokaku? It's worth a try. It's worth a try, but we need to wait. Okay, interesting. Well, that's very sad. Probably can't stop them from landing at Guadalcanal. We are running out very quickly of daytime hours for our air groups. Where the bloody hell are they? They're right over here. There they are. So, which one should we hit? I think it was a number 5 that was on critical, so we're going to go for that, and it's probably the easiest target. We're up with our positioning in mind. So let's go for that. Same again. I do like the lovely afternoon sky there. Lovely stuff. See you when we strike the enemy. Not a lot to say on here, really. Okay, so there has been a bit of a brain fart moment there, just when it counts. Look at this. I've told them to cease the attack. See if you can spot the mistake I've made before they drop their bombs here. Oh wait, no, hang on. Go on. Yes, that was lucky, wasn't it? Jesus Christ. Yeah, so there was a bit of a brain fart moment there. That won't sink the ship, but you may have noticed that the plane we were following didn't actually have any armament. Oh, I was so lucky that sunk it. It's stupid we get away with that. In a moment of desperation and confusion, I accidentally clicked the drop bomb button rather than the orders button to tell them to also attack. This is the this is the standard of gameplay you're gonna get in this channel, I'm afraid. I do apologise for those that thought of taking this too seriously. I really do apologise, guys, but we did sink the ship, so that's fine. And nothing. It's not been detriment to our strike there. So one or two of our planes may have dropped their bombs rather prematurely. Still managed to hit it though and sink it, so I'll take that. We're going to leave and pretend that never happened. So they are going to land one ship's worth of supplies or troops on Guadalcanal, which is a shame. But we should be okay. We'll see how that goes. We're so close to winning that though. It's going to drag out a bit more. But in the meantime, we do have our supply ships to think about over here. What supplies do we have over here? We have 100. That's not going to be enough to upgrade our airfield at all. And that's what I want to focus on, because that will give us more utility rather than the ports over here. So what we're going to do is actually release the Nippon Marus like this. Yep. And I think what we're going to do is what do we want to do? I think we're going to take we're going to keep just these ships, and we're going to put supplies on one of them and leave the other one empty to pick up troops from Buca and Bougainville. I don't know exactly how to say that. That's quite an awkward word. Sorry. We're going to where are we? Manage cargo. We're going to put supplies on here. We're going to put on this Kamigawa Maru the troops from Buca and Bougainville like that. We're going to shore up the defences on the Shortland Islands, because I am now wary of submarines in the area. Should have been ages ago, really. Yeah, so Shokaku is ready to launch. We might just try and get one final strike if we can with some valves. We're going to launch all the valves possible, and that's going to go straight over here. And hopefully they'll get there before they land. Enemy aircraft spotted, that's fine. That's just the scout. And come on. Nope. Don't go back to Shokaku. Why are you doing that? You have fuel. Oh, it's because it's dark. That's not a problem. Should be able to strike them. Just a little bit of cheeky micromanagement there. We should be heading back home now. We can see them, which is brilliant stuff. Gonna come up here then, like that. I think. There we go. And we're all going to target the number 5. So for those that have been asking for VAL action, you're certainly getting it in this episode. Both good and bad VAL action. Yeah, but I do apologise that it is just this in this episode so far. We'll try and get a surface engagement or something later on. We'll make this a tad longer than our previous episode, I think, if we can. Just to get some stuff in. So what we're going to do is tell everyone to attack this time properly. Like that. I think this one can wait just a little bit better for a better angle. And that will do like that. Excellent stuff. There we go, there we go, there we go. Finally sunk just 4 merchant ships. Order the retreat. And Guadalcanal is now that much safer. Like I said, it is possible that the destroyers and light cruisers will drop some troops on there, but nothing too big to actually impact the fight, I think, at this stage. Which is brilliant stuff. It is of course, merchant ships that are the threat in that case. I would like to ask how people like to sink their merchant shipping. Do people like to go for the escorts first, maybe, to make a surface engagement easier, or to force them to retreat? Or do they like to go for the strategic threat and go straight for the merchant ships themselves in their own playthroughs? I'm rather interested to know what sort of different tactics people like to take in this game, because the way I play it, I'm quite aware this is somewhat narrow and does follow a very specific set of strategies, a very narrow set of strategies. But so I think that's just the way to play the game really at this point. Without a mod that really overhauls the gameplay, it's very difficult to judge. Well, it's not very difficult actually. It's very easy to judge exactly what the AI is going to do and what to strike, I find. So with that being said, it is now night time. We can't launch any aircraft. I'll come back to you once we do something interesting, as we always do. Otherwise, it's just watching icons on the screen. So see you in a second. Hello everyone, welcome back after that small break. Of course, no time for you after the editing. Breaking the fourth wall there. Let's go back into the game. We have spotted a rather lovely, juicy American battle group here of 3 light cruisers and 2 battleships. And of course 3 destroyers, but who cares about them? We did spot them with our recon planes a second ago, and we have brought both of our I-class submarines were in the area anyway, so we're going to try and intercept them, which is a very juicy target, if I do say so myself. So we're going to go right on top of them like that. That should be close enough. Time is 35 minutes past 10 in the morning. Very nice sea state there. And we are rather close. So what we're going to do is reduce our speed and do a hard to port, because I believe, yep, that's where we're facing. We're going to scope up like that. Exactly what is the sea state? It is 2, so that works more in their favour, if you ask me, because it does mean that their sonar will be better. So we have 2 battleships. It looks like one of each. This is like a South Dakota here and a North Carolina there. As I said before, if your battleship isn't thick, North Carolina you shall pick. But another way to tell them apart is that I find the North Carolina has a very standout command tower, very thin and minuscule one, whereas the South Dakota is very compact with its superstructure. Rather, I have forgotten how to speak. Rather excited about striking. I think we're going to hit the South Dakota there. So what we're going to do is fire all 6 torpedoes at a... I want to do a 1 degree spread, and that did sink at South Dakota a few episodes ago, but I'm leaning towards a 2 degree spread. We'll get perhaps less hits, but it really depends on what our solution is in a second. So we're going to have to identify that to help our solution out there. Let's see what else they've got. Looks like Cleveland's. Did say there were 3, didn't there? So what we're going to do is actually pop on over to that very quickly. Yeah, that's a Cleveland. Oh, that's an Atlanta. Excellent stuff. Okay. I do like destroying some Atlantas, actually. It's a very nice looking ship. And it looks even better when it's burning and going to the bottom. We do spot an aircraft, apparently. Interesting. Lost bearing. Not a problem. What we can do is actually stop turning with our submarine here. I think we're going to have a decent broadside like that. So we're going to stop moving as well to stop our engine noise. We are just outside of their active sonar range. So we should be okay on the spotting front. But otherwise, it's just a waiting game, as it often is. We have a solution of 99%. So we are going to keep on our firing pattern of 6 torpedoes to a 1-degree spread. We are going to hang about a bit for them to approach us a bit. So we are going to compress time a tad. Because you do still want to keep in mind how your torpedoes are going to travel. Once they get that initial curvature off, they are of course going to travel in a dead straight line. So when you fire your torpedoes, you do want as flat a broadside as possible for maximum possible destruction. And please let me know, actually, I know some people probably don't like watching the time compression because it does make it's a bit gamey. But I do like playing fast pace myself. Having said that, I think this is the perfect time to strike. I'm going to watch our torpedoes come out like that. Oh, it's lovely, that. Oh, excellent stuff. And with that, we have no torpedoes left in our tubes, and we're not able to reload during battle. So what we're going to do is dive. We're going to down scope, increase speed to, I think, 4 knots. Turn round, I said, like that. And we're going to dive down to, I think, just 50 meters below sea level there. And order a retreat. Because the destroyers will be looking for us, of course. We are, like I said, outside of active sonar range. But you never want to take the risk. Alright, well, certainly not going to sink that ship, I don't think, unless something major happens. I'd have loved a magazine explosion there. And of course, all of our torpedoes, because of the very narrow spread, very lucky they did hit, actually. If they were just a tad off, we could have only hit with 5. Saying that as if it's a bad thing. But they did hit from midships to the stern, which is brilliant stuff, very concentrated there. But I would have liked perhaps to hit their front and back magazines if possible. Maybe if we did a 2-degree spread we might have got that, but like I said, even with such a wide ship here, that might not have been possible to have so many hits. There's very nice lists there, that's got to go down soon. Look at that. That would probably only take a couple more hits, I reckon. Maybe a couple more to the bows just to spread out the damage. And yeah, that's all it really needs, really, is to spread out the damage. Excellent stuff. Having said that, might wait around a second and see you back on the strategic map. Because I am rather hopeful. It's a horrible list it's got. And the fires are huge, as we can see there. Alrighty then, look at that. Look at that. What was I saying earlier? Nothing ever gets scussled. That's 35,500 tons of shipping scussle right there. And a lovely 26 command points, actually. That is brilliant stuff. That's going to shoot us right up. So our next target is, of course, the North Carolina, and we're going to try and get that with either this submarine or the I-15 over here, which is patrolling in what we thought was going to be their path. So what we're going to do is actually bring I-17 up and patrol in this path here, so we have everything on lockdown. We do, of course, have this task force here, but I don't want to engage a battleship with them just yet. So I might actually launch some Kates off of these Shokaku just to seal the deal there. And of course, we're going to get our scouts back in the air as well. Do not think I've forgotten about that. So that would be absolutely stupid, especially right now, to keep our scouts well, on our ships. So we're going to scout around with this one just to get some forward scouting, and our I-15 scout is going to scout for these battleships. We're going to come around in a circle like this. It's going to cover the area and just layer it there. Just hopefully won't miss it. This Pete is running low on fuel, but it is circling around our tornado task force here. Speaking of which, the Amogami is going to launch a Jake, and that is actually going to go down here and come back up and go back down and come back up and do the same again. This is hoping again for the CV that has been attacking us. I do think it might have gone back to rearm at the New Hebrides though, because of all the planes we shot down. What did I just click there? Oh, fuck it. But it is nice to have some sort of vision over here, because you never know what else they're going to send. Our ships over here, are they in range to pick up from Booker? Let's see, managed cargo. Yep, they are. Okay, so we get 400 troops here. Oh, we've lost it. Okay. That is a stupid idea then. We're not going to do that. We're going to keep Booker. So what we're going to do is... Maybe we should just resupply Guadalcanal with these. I think that would be a good idea. So what we're going to do is actually waste some time and come back up to Rabaul and actually just make these supply drop over to Guadalcanal. I think that'd be probably the best bet we have at the moment, because we are running low. We have less suppliers than we do troops, and that does reduce their fighting efficiency, which you never want to do. Stupid idea. So let's keep going. Should spot that group very soon. It is down here by the looks of it, or something's down there. Might be it. That's another cruiser group. This is going to come back over here then and come down here and just scout like that. It's an interesting path there, but so going for a different group. Okay, that is rather interesting. So we're going to have to keep an eye out for that. Going to change our course to the I-17 then. The I-50. Okay, that's where the carrier is going then. You see some fighters coming off here. Alright, that is very interesting. This one's going to go straight down here then. And try and get that. How much endurance does it have? 650, that would do there. Does look like the Kates are going to come in a bit ahead of schedule there. So what we're going to do is get them over here. Like that. They're going to be ready, but they're not going to attack just yet. Do with our I-17, or 15 rather, I think, first, if we can. I'm going to run out of... I don't want to waste Kates on it, that's the thing, because there's going to be so much AA that we're just going to lose all of them before we hit anything. So I'm going to keep like this, and hopefully I-17 will be able to catch up, or I-15 will. I'll keep getting mixed up. Keep an eye over here, just for that carrier group. There's the fucker. There's the fucker. Okay, so we're going to ignore that encounter. I think I-15 is probably in range here. It's going to be a terrible angle to attack, but we can give it a look. You never know what it's going to come out as. We're going to have a look and keep an eye over here in a second, though. But first of all, I think we're going to go straight in here. Otherwise, we'll lose our chance, I think. It's a horrible sea state. And I can't see them. So we are probably too far away from them. What's the retreat yard? That's a shame. Can we scope up and see anything maybe? Ooh, okay, what I forgot. Wildcats. That is interesting. That is interesting. More wildcats. Oh, that's our Kates in the area. Okay, so what we're going to do is actually retreat now. But we can't. Okay, if we lose our Kates just because of this, that would be rather ridiculous. So we're going to pull out. Pull out. Emergency pullouts. Hope everyone knows how to do that. You should all practice your emergency pullouts. Oh, we do have the ships here though. Oh, it's too far away. That is too far away from our I-15, isn't it? Where are we? That is right in front of us. We're going to get a distance reading on it. Oh, we can't see them now. That's a shame. That's a shame. Okay. Well, we're going to downscope. And I think just leave it at that. It's rather unfortunate. I do apologise, everyone. We'll get them in a minute. Trying to strafe us. Is that going to get us? Has that done anything? If they're trying to strafe us, I'm going to go down another 10 meters. Just in case. Ooh, okay. So, we definitely have to tell these Kates to return to base. Not a problem. If that's the case, what we're going to do, now that we have some sort of idea where the carrier is actually go in for the kill. We do have some planes out here, of course, looking for it. So what I'm going to do is actually get them circling around just to keep an eye on it. No pun intended. That was terrible. Let's see them. Yeah, just keep an eye on it and get the I-17 straight down there. And we're going to keep this I-15 in range. I was hoping for the battleship maybe to come in range in that engagement, but there's no such luck. So we're going to keep going like this, just get it round, and hopefully we'll get a recon plane out to check that in a second, I think. Where's this jet going? Let's get it to return to base for now. We're going to launch another off of here. That's managed cargo. Planes are not cargo. Okay, so it's gone back on the Mogami, so we're going to launch it off of here. And that is going to scout around for that group again. Hopefully, it's not coming straight for our Tonne task force, because it would batter us with a battleship there. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so it looks like the carrier group is actually retreating. Or is it? Keep going like that, please. Here we go. We're not in range just yet again. It's not a problem. We could, of course, hit it with some Kates. That's not a problem. We've done it before. We're actually with 2 battleships. What is the weather like, actually? You can tell I'd never bloody use this because I don't know where the weather button is. Show weather. Here we go. It's actually looking not too bad. The carrier's in shite weather, though. Look at that. But if it were bad weather, I'd be very happy to drop some Kates on there because, of course, it reduces their visibility. There's no such luck just yet. So, Shokaku has engagement. I wonder what the bloody hell that would be. That might be a submarine. So, everyone, please, that has one, turn on your sonars. I'm going to turn on radars as well, just in case it is a surprise air engagement, but that shouldn't be the case. We're going to get everyone to slow down, of course. Down to about 12. We're going to keep an eye out for some pesky torpedoes. Come on, guys. Where are you? Where are you? There they are. Alright, so this is going to break. It's going to go straight for it. So we're going to tell it to turn off. Congo, everyone else, you know the drill by now, everyone. You know how easy avoiding submarines is. It's just retreats, or reverse with everything. Naganami, where do you sit? That's never going to hit you there. So what we're going to do is actually tell you to break and actually stand still for a minute. Hibiki, it shouldn't hit you, so you're going to stand still and let your sonar work. And we'll see what happens. You're going to take manual control of the leading Fibiki. Like that. Yeah, zoom in with the camera there. There we go. We have spotted it with our sonar. Is it only launching 2 torpedoes? This might be a submarine that has tracked us down before then, if that's the case. Though those torpedoes do look on a good line to hit us. That spread is rather wide. So the Congo might be in a bit of trouble there. And so might the Chikuma. Gonna increase the speed of Fubiki there to catch up with that. I'm rather worried about that Congo. How's it looking? It's not relying on the map too much. Yeah, that's going to hit the Congo, so we're going to increase our speed. And because we've increased the speed with Fubiki, we've lost sight of the submarine. So we're going to go back down to 12, I think. I think that's why. The Chikuma there should be okay as long as it keeps reversing. What we're going to do with the Congo is, we could tell it to stop, but I'm going to tell it just to turn in a little bit. Do not want to leave these things a chance. There we go, I've tracked it down again. Go over there, like that. And there we go, the Congo can now stop. Brilliant stuff, won't be hit. It's not going to hit anything else, that one, brilliant stuff. That one, how's it looking? Yeah, that's not going to hit. That's not going to hit Chikuma. Is it not going to hit this one? No. Excellent stuff. Brilliant. We can focus on hunting this bloody submarine, which has been plaguing us. Or at least we think it has. Do have quite a nice solution on it there. Could try an automatic attack, but as I was saying earlier, and as I believe someone has commented, this the underwater view is absolutely disgusting exploit when you're hunting subs. Honestly, it shouldn't exist. If something as arcadey and stupid as Battle Stations Pacific can do sub hunting without looking underwater like this, then this game that's meant to pride itself on being somewhat realistic and more tactical can certainly go without it. These are the people that made bloody Cold Waters, aren't they? So they can easily go without it. But oh well, it's fine. It is what it is. We're going to use it. If it's in the game, we're going to use it. We are coming up to it now. I'm going to turn around a bit. Like that. Come on. Come on. Where are you? Going to increase our speed just a tad. Should be right on top of it. That's a little more. No more than a ship's length apart. Surely. Just increase our speed a tad more. There's the bugger. So we're going to reduce our speed. Get a depth charge spread ready. And turn our ship a little bit so we can get the stern off. It's just that one, isn't it? Yeah, brilliant. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's do that again. I've forgotten to stop our orders like that. I'm just going to double check what the bloody hell's going on with Shokaku and Chikuma. As it looks like they got a bit of a turn off. I'm going to tell them to actually stop so they don't get a cheeky collision. Don't want to take damage on an engagement like this. That would be terrible. That would be terrible. So I think we're going to fast forward through this. There's not a lot to watch if you've seen any of my previous sub hunting videos. Not the most exciting gameplay here. So I'll see you in a second. And now Shokaku is safe to sail another day. Again, we're going to just carry on tracking down this carrier, and we're going to try and make our final engagement today, sinking this North Carolina here, or at least striking it. So let's carry on with that. Can we please chase it? Okay, it's not going to happen, so we are going to launch from the Shokaku. Launch some Kates. Ah, come on! That's going to bloody get in range, isn't it, before we do that? Let's pull back a bit. Pull back a bit. It does look like the carrier is retreating, so we're going to follow it back to the New Hebrides, I think, because I do not want to lose sight of that little shite. As you can tell, probably I do have a small hatred of carriers, or enemy carriers. So Shokaku is ready, excellent stuff. Launch aircraft, absolute shit ton of Kates, straight there. Let's go. Come Come on. There we go. Let's go straight on them. Nice. They're right in front of us over there. So, here it is. So we're not in the best angle, but that's fine. We've got enough distance to actually turn around and attack the North Carolina like that. Let's actually identify it this time, eh? Let's do North Carolina like that. Like that. We haven't sunk it yet. How are we doing with South Dakotas? We've sunk 2. Brilliant stuff. I thought we'd definitely not sunk more. I thought we might have sunk North Carolina. Not a problem though. Today might be the day. You never bloody know. You never know. But knowing our luck, it's probably not too likely. Not too likely. We're going to go down to dropping altitude, as we always do. Form up in our lovely little boxes, and make sure we're targeting the North Carolina with everyone. We don't want that oversight to happen again. Because we play absolutely to the top of our abilities in this game, and we do take it absolutely seriously. Why would anyone do that, honestly? I just hate people that just take these things far too seriously. It's only a game. Why you have to be mad? Never a truer word was said. So, yeah, we're going to get in range, go into a little box. I'd still be interested to know if anyone knows in the comments exactly what box formations are meant to be used for. Because it's a rather weird formation here. How they have 3 in an arrowhead here and 1 just doing its own thing, watching them. I do wonder if that's meant to be for fighters, actually. That would make more sense. So anyway, see you in a second. Alrighty, I think we're doing fine in our pattern here, so let's tell everyone to attack before they overshoot us, or before they overshoot it here. I'm going to tell this one actually to just carry on as it is, maybe travel down a tad further, like that. Maybe we can get some rear shots off, but otherwise I think we're looking good. And when I say rear, I do mean closer to the midships rather than the bow. Not losing anything just yet, and I think that's close enough, eh? That's good enough. Oh, this is going to be a good strike. I got a feeling it's going to be decent. Haven't lost anything just yet. There's still time. Their first one's dropped without losing. Excellent stuff. Second one, go on. Did you see them drop there? Yes, I think we're good. I think this one's fucked, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all the torpedoes in the water there. Yes, go on. Please no dud. 2, 3. Oh, 2 at the same time. Yes, yes. Oh, dud, fuck off. One more strike to come in though. Oh, magazine explosion. If this doesn't fucking sink it. Cleveland might even take a couple here. Go on. Go on. Take it, take it, take it, take it. You can hear Gordon Ramsay here in the background. There we go. That's what we like to see. 2 midships torpedoes. That's where it really counts. And, you know, I'll take the losses on Kate's there. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, about 5. That's not a problem. If we sink this bloody battleship, I'll take that. Look at the list on that. Look at the list on that. It didn't say magazine explosion, but the explosion it took, yeah, highly suggests. Oh, there we go. F in the chat for North Carolina there. The first in its series that we've sunk. That's 2 battleships in 1 episode, guys. I think that's going to be it for today. We'll end on a high note there. As that slow start had a very nice payoff, I think. So we'll see you back on the strategic map, I think. And there you have it. After taking a total of 10 torpedoes, we've sunk the North Carolina. 85% torpedo protection, what? So I think with that, ladies and gentlemen, we sorted out our horrible situation at the start there after trial and error with our vows, and we've actually ended on a high note of really damaging incoming task force, which was a major threat to us by destroying 2 battleships at the end there. So having said that, I think, well, how the bloody hell have we lost Buka again? Interesting. Well, it doesn't matter. It wasn't doing anything anyway. So having said that, thank you all very much for watching. I think that's going to be the end of the episode there. I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I will see you in the future. So in the meantime, I've been the Edified Gamer, and I hope all your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.